Tonight at 9, black smoke billows. Firefighters rushing to a home in Prince George's County. The latest we know at this hour.
I'm watching some clouds stream across the area, but this precipitation in blue is not actually reaching the ground right now. We'll talk about when we will see some snow in the forecast coming up.
Go Birds! Let's go Chiefs!
It should definitely be a holiday.
Super Bowl Sunday, from fans in New Orleans to back here at home. We're live hearing from football fans over mounting calls for a holiday after the big game. What they had to say after a survey predicted widespread sick calls into work tomorrow. And the cleanup continues. More plane and helicopter debris in the Potomac River brought ashore. New photos detailing the recovery and details after last week's mid-air catastrophe. And February savings, game day deals to winter clearance, cost savings, and date night discounts for Valentine's Day. We are finding ways to stretch your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Right to your forecast with meteorologist Scott Sumner. He is standing by with a look at what's coming in the hours ahead. Scott, I also know that there's a winter storm watch later on early this week.
Yeah, and they'll further update that. But I think they will at some point tomorrow. But right now it's just a watch across the area. But we're watching mostly cloudy skies outside our window right now. 40 degrees out there, no weather issues to speak of. That 40 degrees will transition into the upper 30s here, eventually quickly into the middle 30s and then into the lower 30s by the time we get to the wee hours of the morning, right around sunrise. Then we start to turn the corner and go right back in the other direction. So dress appropriately for temperatures that will feel like it's down into the freezing mark. You know what? We do have a lot of winter storm watches in effect, not just in our own backyard, but to the north, to the east, and to the west, and to the south. There is going to be a winter storm that is going to move on in here. But in the meantime, don't worry, kids. No snow for tomorrow. Yeah, the school bus forecast shows chilly out there in the morning, but mid-40s by the time you come home under mostly sunny skies. So while tomorrow is a dry start to the week, the winter storm watch is for Tuesday, a wintry mix on Wednesday, and dry for Valentine's Day. Will it be warm or will it be a chilly Valentine's Day? We'll stick around for my 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. Back to you, Ben.
All right, Scott. More local news. Firefighters in Prince George's County responding to this house fire in Lanham today. Check out that thick black smoke coming from the roof and the windows. Crews responded to Nashville Road near Wilhelm Drive around 2:40 p.m. Luckily, officials say nobody was hurt. The cause is still under investigation. All right, switching gears, the biggest night for pro football fans is here. A live look at the Superdome in New Orleans. The big game underway. Take a live look. The Chiefs facing off against the Eagles in the Big Easy right now. Now closer to home, bars and restaurants put in a lot of work earlier in the afternoon, making sure hungry fans were fed, preparing plenty of wings, other spreads for customers. Don't forget the pizza. We spoke to one restaurant owner on the preparation it took to get everything ready ahead of the NFL season finale.
This is the Christmas of the chicken wing business. Everything happens, so many moving parts, getting the fresh chicken in, getting the orders in, and it's a coordinated chaos, but we love it. It's great for the customer.
Taking a look at the score of the game right now, the Eagles leading the Chiefs 24-0 with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Who'd have thought? We'll have a live report from New Orleans in our 10 o'clock newscast on the CW after the big game wraps up. All right, it tends to be the most watched TV program of the year, too. Forbes reports over 117 million people are expected to tune in throughout the game tonight. Our Dave Laval joins us from one bar in Northwest D.C. Dave, a new survey signals some employers could be short-handed tomorrow. Tell us more.
Oh, that's a major understatement, Ben. Right now, you got plenty of fans who are gathered here at Exiles catching the big game on the big screen, and they could be a part of history. Not just because they're watching the football game on television.
Fans pack establishments like Exiles Bar to watch the big game. The celebration stretches well into the night and could make it difficult for some fans to make it into work the next day. Fans are part of the growing call to make the day after the big game a holiday.
It should definitely be a holiday.
You got to give them the day off the day after. Either make the game earlier.
We should all be allowed to sleep in because we're staying up late and the game starts so late too.
Tim Hartz believes he has the solution.
What the NFL should do is get 18 games in the season so that next year the Super Bowl takes place over President's Day weekend. We all get a day off.
That falls in line with what NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said last April. The big game also means employers should brace for major Monday blues, as an estimated 22.6 million people will miss work Monday. A new survey from the Harris Poll for business analyst UKG predicts 3 million people will call in sick, even though they're not. The same amount will skip work without telling anyone. Alan Bray is among the roughly 13 million people who already got Monday off from work approved.
You got to give them day off.
Many fans said they will show up for work.
And I'd love to wake up late tomorrow, but I start work at 8. Probably pretty tough. I have to be there at 7 a.m.
Hartz is not worried about Monday.
I'm unemployed.
And the owner of Exiles also is not too concerned about his employees missing work on Monday. He and they, all of them I should say, will be at a company party. We're live along the U Street corridor in Northwest. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Dave. If you do need a ride home tonight, the Washington Regional Alcohol Program wants to keep you safe. You can get a free ride with Lyft from 8 tonight to 4 a.m. Share this with any of your friends who may be watching the game too. The ride credit is good for up to $15. The code is SAFEFOOTBALLDC25. Again, that's for Lyft. Got a live look at the White House tonight. More local news. The Trump administration continues to target federal agencies based in D.C. The latest, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Why does this matter? Well, a stop work order was handed down overnight, effectively ordering all investigations to stop. No reason was given, though the CFPB's headquarters in D.C. will be closed this week. Right now, the Bureau is still able to take complaints from consumers, but cannot conduct exams or pursue existing investigations. Well, President Trump also says that he will announce 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum coming into the U.S. tomorrow. Trump adding that he would also introduce reciprocal tariffs soon as well. This comes after Trump imposed 10% tariffs on China last week, following through on a longstanding pledge to target Chinese goods. Tonight, our continuing coverage of the cleanup efforts after the deadly midair collision over the Potomac River. More debris has been found. The NTSB says they were able to recover more large pieces of the wreck just today, after they were identified in the river yesterday using a laser pointed at the water from a surveillance plane. Those pieces now on their way to be documented with the rest of the debris field. All right, in Virginia, Governor Glenn Youngkin is firing back against a decision by the Virginia High School League regarding transgender athletes. The VHSL announced it will not follow President Trump's executive order banning trans athletes from playing in women's sports. The president says the order will protect girls and women and give them equal opportunity to compete. Trans advocates say the order harms trans athletes. Governor Youngkin said on social media in part, quote, biological boys should not be competing against girls. This is just common sense. All right, new details. A Virginia man was convicted this week for assaulting a deaf plane passenger. Well, this happened during a flight to Dulles in October. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Everett Nelson went up to a deaf passenger while they were sleeping and started punching them in the face. Other passengers were told pulled Nelson off of the victim. He was arrested by the FBI after the plane landed. Nelson faces up to 10 years in prison. The sentencing date, that has been not yet been scheduled, rather. All right, staying in the Commonwealth, bipartisan state lawmakers are looking to hold drug dealers accountable for fatal overdoses. But they have different opinions on how to achieve this. A Senate bill introduced by Republicans would have charged these dealers with felony homicide, a punishment up to 40 years in prison. But Senate Democrats scaled that back to charge the dealer only if someone under the age of 18 dies. Meanwhile, the Democratic-controlled House has taken a different approach. They passed a bill that would charge dealers no matter the age of the person who dies with involuntary manslaughter, punishable up to 10 years in prison.
Do not think it should matter whether your family member that's 17 dies or they're 18. That drug dealer should still be held responsible and taken out of the community so they're not continuing to kill our children.
GOP Senator Ryan McDougal, who we just heard from, he says lawmakers can work out a difference on those possible punishments, even with just 2 weeks left in the session. All right, a recent uptick in flu cases here at home has local hospitals on alert. One local doctor who has been treating patients has called the new spike unusual. Our Tim Reed spoke with them to uncover ways to keep you and your family safe.
Doctors here at Fort Washington Medical Center are seeing a spike in flu cases and are very concerned. They tell us as many as 10 patients are coming here per week to get treated for the flu.
That's actually fairly unusual. We're actually in a second spike of flu.
Doctors and nurses have been very busy in recent weeks at this hospital in Prince George's County, treating patients who are sick with the flu.
It's concerning because influenza is not a trivial disease. Yes, it can just be sniffles and a cough and feeling lousy, but here as we speak, I have 2 patients here in the intensive care unit that are critically ill with influenza. So influenza can be a big deal.
Dr. William Parham says it's very unusual to have an uptick in cases during February since flu season typically is from December through January. He says the illness can be deadly. He encourages people to get the flu vaccine and take other precautions.
What I recommend is for people to try to avoid symptoms by hand washing and by wearing a mask, particularly when they're at a family gathering where there may be other people who have the influenza, or when they are in a crowd. Influenza is passed from person to person by sneezing or coughing.
In recent weeks, the intensive care and emergency room have been crowded, but staff is doing everything possible to provide quality care for everyone who needs help.
It can cause very serious illness up to and including death.
The hospital tells us anyone with flu symptoms should visit your doctor as soon as possible. In Fort Washington, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.